Hello everyone. Today we'll be talking about the life of Rizal in Grand Tour of Europe with Viola in 1887.
After the publication of Noli Me Tangere, Rizal planned to visit the important places in Europe and Dr. Maximo Viola agreed to be his traveling companion. The tour begins at dawn of May 11, 1887. Rizal and Viola, two brown-skinned doctors on a roaming spree, left Berlin by train. Rizal and Viola tarried for some time in Dresden. Their visit coincided with the regional floral exposition. At 1:30 p.m. of May 13, 1887, the train with Rizal and Viola on board arrived at the railroad station of Leitmeritz, Bohemia. Professor Blumentritt, who received their wire, was waiting at the station. He was carrying a pencil sketch of Rizal which the latter had previously sent him, so that he could identify his Filipino friend. He warmly received Rizal and Viola. Rizal had beautiful memories of his visit to Leitmeritz. He enjoyed the warm hospitality of the Blumentritt family. The professor's wife, Rosa, was a good cook, and she prepared special Austrian dishes which Rizal liked very much. His children were Dolores, Conrad, and Fritz. On May 16, at 9:45 a.m., Rizal and Viola left Leitmeritz by train.
After Let Me Ritz, Rizal and Viola visited the historic place of Prague. They carried letters of recommendation from Blumentritt to Dr. Welcome, professor of natural history in the University of Prague. The good professor and his charming wife and daughters welcomed them and showed them the city's historic spots. According to Viola, nothing important happened in this city. On May 20, Rizal and Viola arrived in the beautiful place of Vienna, capital of Austria-Hungary. Famous in song and story, this city fascinated Rizal because of its beautiful buildings, religious images, hunting waltzes, and majestic charm. Vienna was truly the queen of the Danube. On May 24, Rizal and Viola left Vienna on a river boat to see the beautiful sights of the Danube River. As they traveled along the famous river, Rizal observed Kinley River, the barges loaded with products, the flowers and plants growing along the river banks, the boats with families living on them, and the quaint villages on the riverside. The river voyage ended in Linz. They traveled overland to Salzburg and from there to Munich, where they sojourned for a short time to savor the famous Munich beer, reputed to be the best in Germany.
Crossing the frontier to Switzerland, they stayed from June 2 to 3, 1887, and continued tour to Basel, Bern, and Lausanne. Rizal and Viola left Lausanne in a little boat crossing the foggy Lemon Lake to Geneva. On June 19, 1887, his 26th birthday, Rizal treated Viola to a blowout. Rizal and Viola spent 15 days in Geneva. On June 23, they parted ways. Viola decided to return to Barcelona, while Rizal continued his tour to Italy. Rizal resents exhibition of Igorot's in 1887 Madrid Exposition. Rizal received sad news from his friends in Madrid of the deplorable conditions of the primitive Igorots who were exhibited in this exposition. Some of these Igorots died. Rizal was outraged by the degradation of his fellow countrymen. Rizal in Italy. He visited Turin, Milan, Venice, and Florence. On June 27, 1887, he reached Rome. He was thrilled by the sights and memories of the eternal city, Rome. On June 29, Rizal visited for the first time the Vatican, the city of the popes, and the capital of the Christendom. After a week of staying in Rome, he prepared to return to the Philippines. He had already written to his father that he was coming home. And that's all for Rizal Grand Tour of Europe with viola in 1887. Hopefully you have learned something. Thank you and goodbye.